Hello, my name is Evan Denham, and this is my documentary on technology. I'm about to go out, ask some people some questions about how technology has affected their lives and possibly the lives of the world. I don't know where this adventure is going to take us. I thought we would start at Four Seasons Martial Arts Gym, where I used to manage. Talk to some fighters and talk to and interview some regular folks, and if I'm lucky, I was thinking about going and interviewing the Amish, because the Amish throughout history have always bucked the system, avoided technology, and I thought it would be an awesome perspective to get for this documentary. So, without further ado, wallet, keys, and 9mm with the laser sight, because you never know who you're going to run into. You got to be careful these days, and that is something technology cannot help with. So, we will continue here shortly. Alright, I got my game face on, we're on our way out the door. That's my buddy right there, that's Mr. Fitzsimmons. Sometimes, at night, because I live alone, me and Mr. Fitzsimmons have long conversations about the future. His ideas on technology are very important. Unfortunately, he has declined being interviewed for this documentary. So, Mr. Fitzsimmons, screw you. I'll find some people to talk to. All right? I decided, since I wouldn't be able to pay anybody for this documentary, I was going to bring presents. And by presents, I mean briefs. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but that's a tornado warning. The city of Danville, Kentucky has issued a severe storm warning, and personally I don't give a shit. We are now traveling north from Danville, Kentucky to Lexington, Kentucky. Apparently there's some really shitty, and I'll bleep that out later, weather coming our way, possibly tornadoes, possibly hail, possibly the scene from The Wizard of Oz where Dorothy's house is yanked up in the twister. She screams for Annie M, but Annie M's not around. No, she's still on the farm. Still on the farm. Still taking care of business. Meanwhile, Dorothy's off, you know, running around with Toto on some yellow brick road. What does that even mean, yellow brick road? Who paints bricks? If those bricks are in fact yellow, they're made of gold. So follow the gold brick road, Dorothy, okay? How many times do I have to say it? And I understand back then, Technicolor was the new thing, and nothing became color before she got to Oz. And for some reason it works very sophisticatedly with the Dark Side of the Moon album produced by Pink Floyd, who, by the way, all the musicians were classically trained, and the movie The Wizard of Oz was also based on classical music. The progressions, the composing, however you want to word it. I don't know. I'm not, I failed biology. I don't have time for this. I'm just trying to give you all an update, and I don't know if you know this, but I am in the middle of making a documentary for you, the watcher, the listener. and I want to drag it out as much as possible. Let's turn this into a 2-hour tour, shall we? One more thing, I realized I've got a bunch of lollipops that were given to me at the liquor store for my daughter, because that's what they do, because we don't give liquor to kids, but they do have suckers. And I'm a sucker for making my daughter happy, but unfortunately for me, I go to the liquor store so often that I end up with so many suckers that I could literally feed Halloween, like the whole thing, for the entire planet. Like, everybody would get a sucker. There's probably 6 billion suckers in my Jeep right now. I don't know if you're counting. I think there's actually 7 billion people in the world, but at least 1 billion of them are diabetic, and we shouldn't give them suckers. We are now driving on US 27, which takes me through Nicholasville, Kentucky, on my way to Lexington, Kentucky. It's not a fun drive. The sheriff of Nicholasville warned me if he catches this Jeep in Nicholasville, he's going to arrest me and impound me because I haven't updated my registration on the license plate since 2013. But I do have insurance, I think. There's so many of those online insurance places, you know, I like register with all of them and send them a check. I don't really know. I just see the money coming out of my account, and hopefully if I get in a wreck, somebody's going to take care of me. You know what I mean? I'm sure you do. I'm sure there's some of you out there that have allowed your insurance to lapse on occasion. It happens. I said lap, but I meant lapse. And that's not around the tennis court, you know, or the football field. That's lapse, meaning, hey, I know I owe you money, but I don't have it right now. But I will. If you can just give me a couple weeks, if you'll let me just put like a 20 on it, you know, I got 20 bucks I can put on it. I know I owe you 150. But yeah, so that's where we're at. So we're on our way. It's a beautiful, gloomy day. The sirens going off. Birds flying backwards. Probably going to run into a tornado. There's nothing more exciting about a tornado in the middle of a documentary. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, look at that. Back country log cabins. That's where I'm at, folks. That's where I'm at. Does this look like Chicago? No. New York? Is there even a single tree in New York anymore? I don't know. I've never been to New York. But that's the fun of making a documentary. You know, these things are going to get explored by the people I interview. And we're going to get to the bottom of how much technology has impacted and affected not only the people I interview, but society as a whole, and the world and the future. Because we aren't going to make it unless we understand, and we have to use every tool provided in order to get ahead and to survive. Maybe one day we will make it to Mars. Maybe Elon Musk will finally get a flying car working. I'm excited. I'm really excited, you know? I've been waiting on a flying car for 40 years. I popped out of my mom's womb screaming, flying car. Those are my first words. Flying car. Let's make a documentary and bring up flying cars. Anyways, I'm really excited about making this documentary. I'm going to drag it out as much as I can. I'm going to make it so torturous nobody ever wants to watch it a second time. And in a roundabout way, those that do watch it, the one and only time they'll ever see it, while they grit their teeth and grind their nails against the sides of the chair, maybe they'll learn something. I don't know. It's a crapshoot at this point. I haven't interviewed anyone. I don't know what anyone's thoughts or opinions are on the subject, other than my own. And that, my friends, is flying cars.